So how's it going, ladies and gents, and welcome back to the channel. Today guys, we're doing another Master Duel deck profile, and this is in relation to the Therion engine with other archetypes. So most prominent nowadays in Master Duel, we have the ABC, the Sun Avalons, and surprisingly no one is using Punks. I think it is because Konami failed to include the Psychic End Punisher and the Deer Note and the Jamming Drive into this meta. But so far, even though without those cards, the punk archetype with the Therions are pretty good. Not only you can spell summon XZ monster that is level 8 or higher, you can OTK with the basically the OTK package with number 897 and number 100. You can also summon or synchro summon into your level 11 synchro monster, which is the Amazing Dragon, which is of course basically a monster reborn and compulsory evacuation device at its own right. So to start off, main deck revolves around 2 copies of Cyphrim Gear Gamma. If ever you've summoned this during your turn, you can go easily with your Synchro Monster Chaos Ruler. Excavate the top 5, you can bring out 1 light or dark monster from that pile. 3 maxis just for draw power, Ash Blossom just for negate or disruption. That includes a Call by the Grave. Your only level 3 monsters are only the Sharakusai and the 3 copies of Xiamin. Mostly the Xiamin is really useful into this deck, but having 1 copy of Sharakusai brings forth 1 effect or special effect for the Amazing Dragon later on. Other than that, this monster is also a level 3 tuner, which is very useful in some cases. For your Therion monsters, you have Bull-Ain, 1 Reaper, 1 Juke, and 2 copies of each for Borea and Regulus. 1 Kaiju just to remove your opponent's boss monster. 3 copies of Foxy Tune just to bring out your Xiamin or whatever tuner that you need. Then you'll have your 1 copy of Ogre Dance, of course, just to bring out or add a copy of your level 3 Punk monster. That is basically your monsters right there, just to revolve around level 8s and some level 7s. For your spell and traps, you'll go with 1 Harpy Sweater Duster, 1 Terraforming, just to bring out this Colosseum. 2 copies of Endless Engine. It's just basically a Foolish Burial in a sense. 3 copies of Therion Charge. Most often of times, you'll have another copy of a Therion card on your starting hand, so dropping that for 2 more cards is pretty good or pretty useful. This Colosseum really need to be 3 because this card not only brings out or searches for your Therion monsters, and of course, if ever your monster will be destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can target on Therion monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand. It's a really good effect. Other than that, you have your Emergency Teleport for your level 3 Punk monsters. And lastly, your Negate and Banish for your Therion Cross. Now, this is actually situational, but most often of times, if you already have your this Colosseum and you already used the effect of Charge, having to search this on top of the Regulus Negate or Omni Negate is really useful. So that is basically your main deck right there, guys. Your extra deck revolves around 3 synchros only, which is your Chaos Ruler, your Baron on the Floor, 1 level 7 and 1 level 3 tuner, and then your Punk Amazing Dragon. Now, basically, like I said, the Psychic End Punisher would be very good with this meta since, of course, the fodders are very generic. You can go with 2 copies of Amazing Dragon if you have another copy of it, but yeah, just having 1 at the moment is really good. Then for your XZs, your number 100 paired with your number 97. Your 2 level 3 XZ monsters are the Melee of Trees. Now, the best part about this card is that you can detach and send 1 plant from your deck to your graveyard. Basically, your target for this is Lily Borea. If ever Lily is already in the graveyard, then basically you can spell summon it from the grave to your side of the field with the help of this XZ monster. Then you have your Break Sword as your 1 pop on the field. Your number 62 Galaxy Ice Prime Photon Dragon is also a level 8 XZ monster that needs only 2 level 8s to be summoned. Not only it is a 4K beat stick, it goes beyond. If you're going up against a Numeron deck and they summon the Cyclops thingy, then this actually increases the attack or gains the attack depending on all the number of XZ monsters on the field times 200, so it's pretty good. Then you have the number 23, Lancelot, negate for spell traps. Your number 38, a negate for a spell and activation effect. Most target for this, I really tried this one on a Runic deck, just removing their fountain and then attaching it to this card, really good. Then your Dingursos and 1 card from the field to the graveyard on your opponent's side. 1 copy of number 97, like I said, for number 100 OTK. If ever that doesn't really work, then you can go with double A Zeus for board wipe, if ever that's the case. For your link monsters, you have your 2 copies. Well, basically 1 copy of Nightmare Unicorn and 1 copy of Nightmare Phoenix. And lastly, for your access code talker, in case things get serious with other monsters that you need to pop. So basically, that is it for the main deck and the extra deck. Let's go on towards the replays, and I'll showcase to you guys how easy it is to use with the P.U.N.K and the Therion archetypes. See you in a bit. So here we are, guys, with the replays, and we actually won the coin toss. Shockingly, we got a good starting hand for Cyframe Gear Gamma, 1 Bull, 1 Reaper, 1 Foxy Tune, and 1 Terraforming. So let's start. We go for Terraforming, getting a copy of this Colosseum. This Colosseum is gonna activate, bring a copy of our very own Regulus. Use the effect of Foxy Tune. Send to the graveyard our Bull. Now at this point, we should have sent to the graveyard Reaper. But yeah, that was a misplay on my part. So Ziamin in the field, once activated, got Cyframe Gear Gamut as well. So like I said, I want Reaper in the graveyard just for the effect of Regulus. So yeah, so we already have a negate, and we can bounce back 1 card on our opponent's field. So our opponent, he's actually using Therion or ABC Therions, which is very formidable on, which is another variant for the Therion deck, and is very formidable. So since I don't know about the choke point for the ABC Therions, I just want him to stop searching for cards. So use the effect of Reaper, bounce back the Union Carrier. He then used the effect of Unauthorized Reactivation. I need to negate that one, of course. So King Regulus is gonna negate that. But sadly, he already has a copy of the Buster Drake. There we go, and he's free to go move with his combo. Assault Course gonna be Spell Summon, and then go for IP Masquerena. And he is free to Spell Summon ABC Buster Dragon to the field. He banishes my Regulus, and then attack for 3,800. So at this point on, during my turn, I really want him to use the effect of the Buster Dragon. And yeah, my draw wasn't really that top-notch. Since when I summoned Ziamin, he just banished it. So at this point on, I really just directly went to the end phase. He did what I really want him to do. So use the effect of the ABC Buster Dragon, and then we're free to move with our Cyframe Gear Gamma, allowing us to move with our combo. Now, since we have a level 8 materials for Synchro Summon, into Chaos Ruler. And then we excavate the cards. 2 things has happened in this point on. We got a hold of 1 copy of Ogre Dance, and we sent to the graveyard a copy of Endless Engine. Endless Engine is gonna bring forth a copy of Bull, special summoning to the graveyard, from the graveyard, using the effect of Ogre Dance, getting a copy of Ziamin. Normal summon Ziamin, and use the effect of Bull to pop IP Masquerena. And Ziamin will bring forth a copy of Foxy Tune. We'll summon Foxy Tune, and we move towards the OTK package. That's basically it. So here we are with game number 2, guys, and we have a copy of Maxi, 1 Sharakusai, 1 Foxy Tune, 1 Boria, and 1 Regulus. Our opponent is going first, and I think we're going up against a Sword Soul deck here. Emergence has been activated, getting a copy of Long Yuan. And then he used the effect of Desires, bring forth 2 copies or 2 cards. Normal summon Muyi, and now we need to drop our Maxi. There we go. So he drew into 1 card and searched for Blackout. There we go. Blackout has been searched and set 2 cards on the back row. On my turn, I draw into Duke. I really need to let him use the blackout because I can freely move with my combo. He chained with my Maxi once I've sent to the graveyard Foxy Tune. Banish the Maxi and we can use Xiamin. He then used the effect of Shi Xiao. For reasons, of course. The Iris Sword Soul. Now at this point on, even though the target of Duke from the graveyard has been disjointed, my monster can still be Spiral Summoned. So that's pretty good. Pretty insane for Therion monsters. There we go. Iris Sword Soul is going to be in the field. And then Duke is going to be Spiral Summoned. Since I have Spiral Summon from my hand, he can Spiral Summon 1 monster. So I normal summon Sharakusai here just to let him pop the blackout. So from the Vishuda, he sacrificed Vishuda. So he really thought that I would summon the level 11 Synchro. So he managed to pop the 2 monsters, the level 8 and level 3. Luckily, I have Boria and Regulus still on my hand, which of course I can freely move with my combo. Boria is summoned to the field and get a hold of a copy of this Colosseum. This Colosseum is gonna get a copy of Bull. Bull is summoned to the field. With the help of Bull's effect, I can pop my Reaper. Regulus is gonna be Spiral summoned to the field and attached with Reaper. And then I summon with my level 8 and my level 3 for an Amazing Dragon. Since I have Sharakusai and Xiamin in the grave, I can bounce back Shi Xiao and the Iris Sword Soul. And not to mention the increase of attack from the effect of Xiamin. And that's basically game. So last game, boys and girls, and we have a copy of Sharakusai, 1 Xiamin, 2 Boreas, and 1 Coldberry Grave. So let's start. Use the effect of Xiamin, get a copy of Foxy Tune. Foxy Tune is going to be activated. Sending a copy of Borea to the grave, and summoning Xiamin. Use the effect of Xiamin, attach the other copy from the grave, and get a copy of this Colosseum. This Colosseum is going to bring forth a copy of Regulus, and then Spiral Summon Regulus. So at this point on, I can go for an Amazing Dragon. So I am actually torn between 2 choices here to summon the P.U.N.K Foxy Tune or P.U.N.K Xiamin. So what does this entail? If I summon the level 3, I can go forth and exit summon into the Melee of Trees, which I can special summon back to the field a copy of Borea. Or I can go with a copy of Foxy Tune just to have a 2/6 body on the field. So it's either one of those choices. So I went ahead and get a copy of Foxy Tune just in case. And set my Called by the Grave. Now I should have waited for my opponent to summon a lot of cards, but regardless, it was fine. Because our opponent is summoning Luna Light. Now I don't know precisely what is the choke point of this deck or how this works. So I came to know later on how this deck works. So yeah. It's gonna special summon back 1 Luna Light monster. So I need to call by the grave that monster. And by the way, he still gets a lot of search out of that. So that's apparently somewhat good for him. So at this point on, when he summoned the Raid Raptor, I forgot that the Raid Raptors are very deadly if ever you make it through a full combo. So yeah, I didn't notice that until it was already late. There we go. Luckily, for sheer luck, I actually called by the grade the right monster that can be spell summoned back to the field. So on my turn, I shall summon back level 3 and go forward with the combo. Regardless, we won that game and he scooped. That's all. So that's it for today, guys. Those are the replays, and that is the deck profile for today. Hope you enjoyed this kind of content, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Subscribe, and let's get into 500 subscribers, just to help the channel out, and hopefully this will be a a thing in the near future. But yeah, keep safe, good luck, and have a good day to all. Bye bye.